Welcome to the latest episode of Platform Podcast. Today's guest is Kate Bedrata. If you were at Winterclash earlier this year, even if you weren't at Winterclash earlier this year, you may be familiar with her name because she came second in the amateur women's competition. On top of that, she just won the box killer contest in Poland, where it looked like she was just absolutely destroying the place with technical grinds on a down box and a flat box, hence the name Box Killer. But in addition to being a really good competition skater, she is very good on the streets. In fact, she is one to watch at street skating. She's had a section in Camp Brinkman's Plastic Pushers 4, where she's doing flips, spins, technical grinds, handrails, just properly handling business and makes it look really exciting. On top of that, she's also got footage in the Inferno video, In and Out, alongside Bobby Spazov and Ilia Savosin, where again, just got a really good range of tricks. Again, she's doing flips and quarter pipes on street. She's doing handrails. If I remember correctly, she's got a really nice fish brain on a down and a long stair rail, which really stood out for me. And it just feels like Kate's one of these ones to watch. She's like a triple threat. Triple threat? Yeah, let's say triple threat. She can skate street, she can skate park, and she can do the competition circuit. On top of that, she's also just graduated from university. So there's a lot of things going on in Kate's life. And she's originally from Ukraine, but she lives in Poland. And I just think it's really impressive that despite everything that's going on at home, and obviously her home country has been attacked, she's just finding a way to flourish and doing well in her education, doing well in skating, and just seems to be having a really good time. So loads of interesting things to talk about: how she got hooked up with Roces, her plastic pushers and in and out appearances, everything that's going on with Ukraine and Russia, if she wants to discuss that. If not, we'll move on. But plenty to talk about. Before we get into all that, though, just want to give a massive shout out to my Patreon supporters. They're listed on the screen now. If you want to join the Wheel Scene Patreon, you can do so for as little as £3 a month. There's a bunch of videos on there that aren't on the Wheel Scene YouTube channel, and you'll be supporting what I do. That's enough of that. Cue the music. Oh, there we go. We're in business. Right.
Hello.
Turns out just your laptop hates video. Right.
Probably, I don't know. Normally I work in classroom, and it always work. And here I don't know what happened.
Right. Okay. Also, that's the first time I've ever seen the camera like zoom in and out like that. That was kind of weird, but right. Okay.
Just Ukrainian university. Always weird.
You're in university now, because I saw that you put up a post saying, I saw you put something up on Instagram saying that you'd graduated. Is that right?
Yeah, I graduated, but engineer as an engineer, and now I doing my master degree.
Oh,
So
wow.
I decided to
Okay.
continue study. It's like more 2 years more,
Right.
but I will be like a master. So
A
make
master.
sense.
Yeah. Hey, if you're smart enough to do it, fair enough. I got the university degree and got the hell out of there. What kind of engineering?
Network engineering, telecommunication,
Right.
network.
So, right. So like computer engineering.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. Okay. So is that your way of saying you're a big computer nerd?
Let's see, now I'm a little bit more focusing on rollerblading career, but it's always nice to have a background or plan B.
If I was you, I would focus on the engineering career and enjoy rollerblading on the side.
I'm trying. Sometimes it's difficult, but most of the time it's work.
Right. Okay. So wow. Right. Okay. Masters in engineering. Right. Fair enough. Okay. So I mean, you do realize now that everyone knows this, they're going to come to you to try and fix all their like IT problems or everything that's going wrong with their website. Or but Bobby's going to be hitting you up saying, "I don't know how to do this. You're going to need to do this for me."
I mean, I more work with a network, like with a local network or something with site. I didn't know yet, but
Right.
we have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff like programming, also a little bit of web design. So it mix of everything and nothing.
So does that mean if any of your friends don't know how to fix their internet, they're going to call on you?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
I will try. I will try.
Right. So you must enjoy it if you're wanting to stay and do another 2 years.
Mm, let's say it's not the most interesting stuff to do, but I know that it gives me a lot of opportunity in the future. So I doing it more for my future, not because I'm super interested in it.
I mean, exactly. Like, yeah, I imagine it's the same like with people that get into, I don't know, like banking or something like that, or do like accountancy at university. Like, no one's like, "Oh, this is really exciting. I really like. I really this really gets me pumped." They're like, "No, I'm guaranteed a good job out of this. I'm doing this for the money."
Yeah, kinda. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a knowledge and nice to have an opportunity to travel, and you need money for traveling, and you
This
need money of doing what you like, and all this mix will give me a lot in the future. And also in rollerblading I seem to be more able to travel around.
okay. Um, so did you like how long have you been living in Poland for then?
For now I'm living in Poland like 2.5 years. Yeah, 2.5, I think.
So my timeline's terrible. Is that before or after Russia declared war on the Ukraine?
After.
So
Uh,
you were living there during that.
yeah. I mean, I moved to Poland in March 2020, so after war.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, from this time, but I all the time I'm studying in Ukrainian university,
Yeah.
uh,
Um,
and doing it online.
right. Okay. Yeah. So do your family still live in the Ukraine or did they come over? Did they move to Poland as well?
Um, some of my relatives still in Ukraine, in Kharkiv, like my uncle and all his family. My grandma moved with us, but after decided to go back because for her it's a little bit difficult to use to new place, new language, new culture. So she decided to go back. But my sister, my little sister, and my dad still in Poland. I mean, they moved with me because I don't have a mom, so my dad can move as a adopter of me and my sister.
Right.
He,
Okay.
he can cross the broad like this,
Yeah.
not like something illegal, but he be able,
Right.
was able. Sorry.
Okay. So they all live there now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Well, at least, I mean, yeah, at least you know they're safe because, yeah, that's a terrifying situation. How's the Polish? How's the Polish language coming along?
Actually, it's super easy. I mean, it's kind of similar with Ukrainian. So some words you know or you can understand from context. So I didn't learn it proper with courses or something. Just start talk with people, and it's go like this. You speak. Sometimes you translate something. You watch some videos on YouTube, and yeah, slowly getting better.
Okay, that's wild. I mean, because yeah, if you can. of a conversation in Polish, and your English is unbelievable. So you can basically speak three languages. That's
Actually, four. Four.
four. What's the fourth?
Also Russian, because I'm from part of Ukraine, which we more speak Russian, but I have full my university on Ukrainian. Now I live in Poland, so I speak Polish, and also because of traveling and everything, I can speak English.
Right, because in and out, I could hear you and Bobby and Ilya talking, and I was wondering if you were all speaking Russian, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right. I thought as much because Bobby speaks Russian, right?
a little bit, a little bit. It's not super proper, but you can understand.
Yeah. So what's like how has it been in Poland compared to being in the Ukraine? Like in terms of like cultural differences or like day-to-day differences, does it feel any different or does it?
Mm. It is, yeah, it is some different, but I'm more involved in rollerblading, so people around the earn the same. They're like super motivated skating, and I hanging out with these people, so it's kind of the same. A few difference in universities and studying process, also some difference between countries, but I didn't feel it like it bothered me or I can use to it. It's super nice to see this different, but you also like can use to it, and it's really nice culture. I like Poland. I like Polish people. It's beautiful.
Okay. Does the Ukraine have like a big rollerblading scene? I don't really know too much. I mean, literally the only other Ukrainian rollerblader I can think of is Vladimir Korchega.
Yeah, he is like one of the best, but we have some shredders. Also, Andrei Morozov from Kiev. We had big crew in Kharkiv, which I
Okay.
started skated, and it was like around 7, 10 people who skate normally twice, 3 times a week. So like they doing it. Also young blood. Now it's even getting better. Some people who I didn't know before I moved. Odessa, also a big stand. I don't know how it looks now, but before it was like a big stand with good riders. So we have some stuff, but I don't know why not so much people traveling around. And that's why, people don't know Ukrainian stand, but there is a lot. Also, Max Erzhanenko, the guy who was on shows in China with Rob Kellett.
Yes, yes.
He's also from Kiev.
Right, okay.
Super good rider, super good.
Nice. So how did you first get into rollerblading then? Like how did you discover it? Did you see people on the street or did you see it online?
No, it was absolutely random. I just saw skatepark, and I didn't know that something like aggressive inline skating exists. I just took a picture, and after we went back with my dad, and I said like, okay, I wanna do rollerblading. I wanna ride down the water pipes. I wanna do flips, jumps, and I didn't know that it's possible to do some grinds. So we come to one guy and ask about lessons, and he said like, sorry, I have no space, probably you ask this guy. And we ask, and basically it was only one guy who teach on on aggressive skates. So we directly come to him, and I took a few classes, uh, just on a normal free skate, super cheap one.
Right.
And after I was 3 times on a shop, and we decided between free skates and aggressive. And Alex, the guy who teach me, always say like, aggressive give you a lot of opportunities. You can be the best. You can skate. You can enjoy. It's super creative, and yeah, just do aggressive. And I said like, okay, 3 times in the same shop. And after all, I decided I wanna start from aggressive. I don't wanna free skates. So we bought my first rollerblades. It was Razor's Cult.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, and slowly the classes comes to just sessions. I also met a few more guys for skating with, and we start just do session together.
What year was that?
Where?
Like what year?
Uh 2017 or 18.
Okay, so not that long ago, like 7 years ago.
Yeah, 6, 7 years ago.
Right.
I
So what made you obviously you saw the skate park. There must have been people on skateboards or scooters or BMXs there. Why why didn't you choose one of those? Why did you choose rollerblades instead of, I don't know, like a
I don't
skateboard?
know.
You
I
don't know.
always I always was like a sport kiddo. So I tried a little bit skateboard, but not in professional way. I also had a lot of skates, but just a cheap one, because someone gave me or my parents bought me. And I did rollerblading before, like just rolling around. So I already knew how to skate, and it was just directly decision. Okay, skates. Okay, rollerblading. Okay, let's go. That's it.
Right. And how long did it take before you were like, oh, I'm sticking with this. I'm starting to get good at this. I'm addicted to this because I feel like people reach a point where they just know like I get into rollerblading like 6 months before I ever owned a pair of skates. So before I even had put skates on my feet, I knew like all the skaters, all the brands, watched all the competition, and then put them on. And within like 2 or 3 days, I was like, "Yep, this is it for me." That I know I'm going to do this for like as long as I possibly can. At which point, after putting the skates on, were you like, "Oh, I think this might be like what my life's about now."
Mm, I don't know actually. I mean, I didn't know nothing about rollerblading before. I just knew some people who rolling around, and after I met all Kharkiv crew. And basically, from this time, I start learning about pro riders, about competition, about all this stand. And yeah, just because of people around me, I started it like really involved in this sport.
So who were some of your like favorite like early pros? Who were the when you started watching videos and knowing about like there were videos and like looking at stuff online and things like that? Who were the first people that like jumped out to you and you were like, oh, like
News.
Nils Janssens? Okay.
Yeah.
What about Nils?
I just put some, I don't know, aggressive skating, and I can't really remember which video it was. Mm, but yeah, it was some oldest video of him. After I also saw some videos from my friend, which they bought. It's Sota Formosa. Um, I also saw a lot of videos of Broskov and Brian Aragon.
Yeah.
And after I started knowing more people, and actually I started the Instagram time. So basically, I start new people from Instagram, just subscribing, following, like this.
Right. Okay. Okay. So at what point did you start like did you enter competitions in Ukraine and start doing well in them or like what? Because obviously you went to Winterclash this year. You came second in the amateur competition. Was that the first time you'd ever been to Winterclash?
No, I was 1 year before, but it was like an open competition for no, it was open competition for girls, not
Okay.
like I am juniors and pro, and it was my first time, and this year it was second time on the Winter Clash.
So second visit to Winterclash and you got top three in the competition you entered. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's not a pro category, but yeah, I'm super happy about it. Super happy.
I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere. Like Dominic Bruce won the junior competition, then the amateur one. Now he's competing and getting like top three in the pro. Like, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I know his story. It's perfect one. I wish to start, if to be honest, I wish to start a little bit earlier and also involve more in a competition and traveling a little bit earlier. But I think now it's also a good timing. I did a few competition in Ukraine. We had like a local one. After I moved to Poland, I also start doing competition, and it was shock for me that a lot of people coming, because normally in Ukraine you have your friends and not like random people who just arrive for a competition. All the time the same people.
Yeah.
And in Poland it was like whoa, what's going on? Too much people. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
rollerblading. It's
Yeah.
not skateboarding, not scootering. Like,
But the scene in Poland is huge, and there's a lot of people who take it very seriously and like film, like regularly make videos, regularly have competitions or like compete in competition.
exactly,
Like Poland's got a big scene.
exactly. They have a lot of stuff. Also camps. Also a lot of people who teach, and a few pros like Tomo or
Yeah.
Goofy or Tomek, Piotrek Smrzyński. Like a lot of people. And a lot of good, maybe a little bit unknown riders. Like, they have stuff. They have stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. So are there a lot of like female skaters in Poland?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Julia Komanda, she's skating for Mesmer.
Yeah.
Uh, Kasia Kaminos, she is from Warsaw. I don't know actually if she sponsored by some firm, but she's getting better and better, and she did a lot of competition this year. Also, Agata Boramik, and a lot of more who I can, just say about. It's big girl scene in rollerblading in Poland.
So you're telling me Poland's got a big scene for rollerblading for females, but yeah, you just won a competition in Poland. You just won Box Killer contest. So there must have been a lot of competition there.
Yeah, in Poland, you mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, like at the competition you just won.
uh, sorry,
Didn't didn't
we,
didn't you just win the female like event at what was it called? Box Killer? Yeah.
yeah. It was in Czech Republic. Uh,
Ah, right. Okay.
it was in Czech Republic, and I think it was uh, third time they made this competition,
Right.
and with super unique atmosphere. They just built some obstacles in the cinema.
It's in a cinema.
Yeah,
Okay, right. I couldn't figure out whether it was like in a concert venue or something like that. It looked like somewhere that you would see a band, but at a cinema, that makes more sense. Okay, right.
so yeah, it's a little bit local competition. I mean, not so much people came, but It was a few. Also, Prada was there, and I like this obstacle. The rail, down rail, it's perfect. For training, I wish to have this one in my local skate park.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with stuff like that for you, that's probably not that scary because you go out street skating and skate street handrails. So when you've got something like that set up that's like not as high and a little bit safer, you're probably like, yes, this is the perfect obstacle for me.
Exactly, but with easy tricks, I mean with basic, it not a problem at all. Top sides, basic tricks, some royals, it's okay. But when you need to push a little bit more for alley-oops, for example, or in spins, it's getting different, or getting different and getting difficult also.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it feels the same way go on a street spot and on this rail with the soul. I mean, maybe a little bit easier for the soul, but with Sky and Grind, I felt like, okay, it's something for me like a street. And with other tricks, it also was a little bit difficult.
All right. Okay. I would have thought like not having stairs or just not being as high would make it a little bit less scary, but okay.
Yeah, but you still need to push yourself.
This is true. Yeah. All right. Okay. So like how did that compare to like skating in an event like Winterclash, for example? Like what was it like competing at that event?
I was super stressed before, and I mean, a few months before, on my way to Winterclash, on warming up. But when the competition started, I felt like, okay, I just try to do my best, and that's it. No pressure at all, and just roll around and enjoy, show your best. And also for me, jam session more so much better than runs and so much easier. That's why Winter Clash also worked for me, because it's jam and you have time to think a little bit, to take a breath, and yeah, try another tricks a little bit more harder than normally you did on a run.
Okay. Because a lot of people, because it's more than just a skate competition, you've literally got thousands of people watching you as well. Like that's a lot of pressure. And they regularly come on the course or get in the way, which makes things harder as well.
Mhm.
And I was speaking to Javi Garrido at this year's event, and she was saying that quite a lot of like women, girls, quit and like don't they sign up for the competition, but then when it actually comes time to compete, they're like, nope, can't do it. Nope.
Well, it depends. The first step on a skate parks, it's really stressful. But after you learn some tricks and you feel like, okay, this is like a normal skate park. Yeah, I agree with the pressure around. I mean, when people watching at you, it's pressure. But when you start landing tricks and you like start feeling it, not problem anymore.
So you land a couple of tricks and then your confidence starts
Yeah,
building, and then you're like, I'm good to go. Let's do this.
exactly. I also wearing my headphones, so it helped me a lot to focus. I always, almost all the time, I skate with the headphones.
You skated with headphones in at Winterclash. That's terrifying. How are you meant to hear if someone's like coming up behind you or like that's
I mean, I can't remember if I skated on a competition exactly, but for sure during warming up, I put it on. I
Even
know.
even if I was alone in a skate park, I've never skated with headphones in, and I never will.
Really?
That's terrifying. That would scare the hell out of me, especially somewhere that busy. Because at Winterclash, people are always crashing into each other. I could not do that with headphones. And also, they're playing music over the speakers.
Yeah, but it a few different between your music, even if the same, like maybe not the same music, but the same type of music, it's still different. You put something what you like, okay, music, okay, go, and boom, 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 and you land in just trick after trick. It's just perfect feeling.
Okay, fair enough.
I enjoy it a lot. I listen a lot of music when I go somewhere, when I skating, when I doing my studying, like music all the time around me. So it's really help a lot to concentrate. And also during the street session, I always on the headphones. Like before big rails, I most of the time put my headphones and put some music just to focus on the rail and listen myself and listen music around and no more, no one more, only me, music and spot.
Right, okay. What kind of what music gets you excited to like skate or like gets you focused to skate?
Actually, it depends of the skating. Sometimes it's rap and trap, just for let's say daily session. When I wanted to straight on a big spots, it's more rock or punk rock. But sometimes it's also chill music. I like Japan music for chilling when you're cruising. Skate park also nice. It really depends.
All right, okay, all right. I thought so. So you don't have like a favorite band that, or a favorite like song or something that you put on. You go
Not
right,
really.
right. I'm going for this now.
Mix of everything. Mix of everything.
All right. You were also you were at Athens this year, right? You were at
Yeah.
the yeah. How was actually I saw some footage of you skating the down rail on the right. Oh my God. Actually, there was two. There was one, there was a rail on a wall that you took an absolute beating on as well, and then got something on. And then there was the drop rail that you skated as well, and you were taking some hard slams.
Yeah, it was one of this was like not easy.
Yeah, yeah,
I
skate.
enjoyed I enjoyed so much. Athens for me was one of the best trip in my life. The whole vibe. Don't get me wrong, I'm traveling a lot. So before Athens, I thought like, okay, I don't really want to go because it's too much. I did camps, I did competition, I did some travel. So it normally every month I travel like I have 2-3 trips during the season.
Okay.
It's like every month, uh, 2-3 trips. So it was a little bit enough. And before Athens, it was like, okay, another trip, another road, and another skating. But first day when I arrived, I understood that it's absolutely different vibe. Like perfect people around, the crew, it's super close, super cozy. And actually, I enjoy a lot that Athens was super hot. So during the day, you normally have a rest or have some touristic stuff. Because when I traveling and go back and someone asks, okay, how was the city? You saw something nice? And I say like, oh, I saw skate park,
Yeah.
uh, street, and another skate park after I get a little bit of sleep and after again. So in Athens, it was different because I really saw some stuff and I planned to go in 1 week and after go back. and I know I had my tickets back. And after a few days, I decided to stay and just skip the plane and stay one week longer because it was awesome for
Okay.
real. With skating, I enjoyed a lot. I also rest a lot, so it not really is that much content from the Greece, but it's some stuff. And the drop rail, it's actually was my first rail, and it was difficult.
Yeah.
Like fight with yourself.
You're skating it at night. It doesn't have a great run up. And it's definitely not an easy one to do.
Yeah, run up, it's okay. It's more mess around. It's like you try to focus, not die, and everyone just go crazy. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I really needed to stop people and say like, okay, give me a little bit chill. I need to breathe and focus on the rail. So I was super concentrated. I think I never been that concentrated on a spot before, because you really can eat shit on it.
Yeah.
So it was like it was a few slams, bad one, but not like something super bad. And was full of concentrated. I did it and was super happy. Like it's something you can't describe by words. It's like feelings inside you. It's like, wow, what I just did. Like how?
Yeah, when you like overcome like the fear, like the first couple of attempts, were your legs like a little bit shaky, or did you feel like a little bit sick or like nervous? And you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like tell myself to do this. And then you like manage to jump and you're like, oh, right.
Exactly. I was like full of shaking, like, okay, this is time now. This is now. And after it's something, switch in your head, and you're like, okay, go. And this try, you land first, and you're like, okay, it's normal rail, nothing happened. Try another one. But yeah, if you didn't log, it's difficult.
Yeah. But it is like even if you take like a couple of falls first, you're like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, or like I didn't die, or like you're like, oh, I can do this. I can do like the worst part's over. I've fallen. I've hurt myself.
Exactly.
I can do this now. Like I feel like you kind of just need to get that like mental block out of the way, and then you can concentrate and like do the trick.
Exactly. But you know what? On a street spot, sometimes when you fall, you're like, okay, I can fall more. And on this spot, you can't fall. You're like, you can, but you need to be super careful. So the best way, just land it as fast as possible.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah, of course. There's going to be times you're like, I can't keep getting this hurt. Like this is bad. Like I can't keep
I
having
mean,
these
that's
falls.
what happened
Yeah.
actually. Like I felt first time from a soul, and second one I just landed because yeah, the second fall, no, please no. And acid I also land first try, and after decided to do macro with the grab, but jump too much because the rail actually not super big. It's like normal handrail. So I jumped a little bit over and felt super bad, like super bad. But nothing happened. It's something in my knee now, like a ligaments, not really well,
Okay.
but not something special. I just need a little bit time to recover, and that's it.
So from doing all these trips and like competing at all these events and like skating so much, that's what I was going to ask. Does your body feel like beat up or just constantly sore? Like, are you like, I need a rest. I need a couple of weeks off. My body is hurting. because you pick up, even if it's only small injuries, you start to pick up loads of them. Or like you keep hitting the same thing over and over. Like, I don't know, say you like bump your shin or your elbow or something, and then you just keep falling on it over and over, and you're like, this isn't healing. Like I keep hurting the same thing.
Yeah, actually, that's what's happening. But I not really felt bad. I mean, it's some injuries, but not something special. So I will recover fast, like really fast, because of young body, and I also doing some stretch and workout workouts. So actually, my body feel okay after Czech Republic competition. I felt like my body was a little bit hurt, so I took 2 days of rest, and now I feel okay.
2 days, 2 days. That's someone who's in their early 20s there. I just took 2 days. I just needed 2 days and I was fine.
And now I'm thinking about going tomorrow on a sesh
Okay.
again and learn some new tricks.
Right. Ah, to be in my 20s again. I miss it. I miss it dearly. Um, so I also saw I watched your B-roll footage from Plastic Pushers 4.
Uh,
Cavan put it up not too long ago. And when you were filming for that section, again, you took a lot of hard falls, but you just keep going. Like there's this isn't it's not even to do with being a woman, like even being a guy. Like you start taking like hard slams over and over and you just be like, no, I don't want this. Like this is going terribly. But you just seem to fight through it every time.
I'm just a little fighter. uh, when I know that I can do it, like doesn't matter how much tries it will take, how much fails. I just wanna finish what I started, and basically it worked. Like
Yeah.
also, I think my body and like me, I have high level of pain. So even with all these slams, which feels or looks super bad, I don't feel it that bad. I mean, I can keep going, and it's not like I'm dying after one fall or something. It's okay. Just need to land this trick.
Right.
And
Uh,
of course motivation to have a footage after all, and to be satisfied by your work. So it's also help a lot.
okay. Was this helped in any way by growing up with a brother? Did you guys just beat each other up a lot, or is there a big age gap?
No. I had a little sister.
Oh,
Uh,
sister, sorry. Yeah, sister.
yeah, so, uh, but I don't know why. Probably because I started with the guys who was older than me, and also like my brothers. So
Right, okay.
I saw them skating on the street really hard. And actually, in Kharkiv and in Ukraine, we skate a lot of street. So yeah, I just grew up like this,
All
just
right.
with this type of skating.
Fair enough. Um, which tricks in Plastic Pushers 4 were you like most proud of? Like which ones were the hardest to get, or which ones are you like, oh, that's like I'm really happy with that. That turned out how I wanted.
Kind grind was the most difficult one.
Okay.
Like I felt all emotions which possible. Like I cried, I was angry, I was super mad. Like I was a little bit happy. Like firstly it was full of motivation after a couple of tries, like couple of, I don't know, let's say 30 tries. It's getting a little bit boring, and you're getting angry why I could do it. And yeah, I think Kind Grind was the most emotional one. The drop, last one, was from a garage.
Yeah.
Or not a garage, but from the obstacles. Yeah, was absolutely random, but I was super happy because I saw it when we crossed the road and we saw the spot, and I just said to Kevin, okay, I want to try it. And I was super scared, but after first fall, it feels okay. And I landed after 3 tries. So, and pretty good, I think. So I like it and super satisfied about it. Um, Actually, the whole picture of the profile I like, because it's not only like a drop rails, because used to I do only drop rails or just hard spot with the easy tricks, and with plastic pushers I try to be more creative. Also,
Right.
Kevin helped me a lot, and we like went to a lot of different type of spots, also edge rails, some banks, drops. So it was bunch of the spots which you really can play around. So yeah, I'm more satisfied is with the whole picture of the profile, not like a single tricks.
Yeah. So
Backflip also nice, but I'm doing backflip
I
all the
was I
time.
was going to get to that because you do those everywhere. Was the king grind the first? Is that the first time you've ever done a king grind in a handrail, or was it just that
Yeah,
particular
yeah.
rail? Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that's
For
fine.
first time on the street,
Right.
and I'm super happy about it.
Have you done it? Have you done one on a handrail since?
No.
No. Right. Okay. Okay.
No. Wait, I did one. We had like a spot in Gdańsk, training rail, but I mean it's a little bit high, and yeah, like a normal street spot. Let's say I did it. I tried in a few more, but I didn't land it. But I think in the next profile I will land it again.
Okay. Um, what do you mean in the next profile? Does that mean
Uh,
you've filmed something?
Not yet. It was a plan for this year, but unfortunately, because of a lot of trips, different type of trips, I didn't start. And now we have in Poland we have like a challenge, and yeah, just a lot of crews around Poland film not profiles, but a short video.
Yeah.
And after Georgius choose the best one. So I will film for this with my friend from Gdańsk, and I think maybe in the winter I start something. Maybe go somewhere and film just somewhere short one, or start big project. Because it was in my head for a long time. I film with Kevin, I film with Bobby, I film with the Roces, but something in my head said like, okay, it's time to just film something uh, for yourself. When you put on YouTube my name and surname and its full profile, let's say even 5 minutes profile with just me, like to show who I am. I think it will be nice. So I'm preparing for this.
Okay, so you want to just do something on your own because yeah, plastic pushers is obviously part of a bigger video. You mentioned Inferno, In and Out again. It's got like Bobby and Ilia in it. Yeah, I think that would be cool just to have something just of your own. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was nice. I'm super happy to be part of all this project. It's amazing, and it also like gave me a lot of motivation to to skate with all the riders or film with Kevin, with Roces, with Bobby. It was super nice. But it's also good to have something by yourself.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Where'd all the backflips come from? Are you one of those like weirdos that is just able to do it really easily on a trampoline? So you started trying it on skates, or because you do them all the time.
Actually, it started from one guy, Nick from Kharkiv. He did a lot of, not a lot, but he did backflips, and I really like how it looks. So yeah, I just saw it and decided that I wanna learn some flips. First flip I landed, it was Misty flip on a flybox.
Right.
And but something in my mind said like, okay, I want backflip. I want backflip. Just I like this trick and I want to do it on my skates. I did a couple of trampolines and after just start learning on a quarter pipe. It was a few tries with the guys which like just catch you or hand your arms and you
Oh,
try.
right. Okay. So they like helped you learn it on the quarter pipe. That's cool.
But I did it a few, and after just start learning by myself. After let's say half year, and I tried to do it like with the arm when you flip and put your arm to be safe, not fall on a head.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just remember we had super shitty water pipe in our local skate park, indoor one, and it was built like not correctly, not like proper water pipe, but like this, and after like this, it's difficult to explain.
Yeah, like not enough like curve.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just tried the same way. First flip with the arms. I did a little bit more workout and parkour. So I also learned a little bit how to do it on a flat, but now I can do it. I mean, I can, but not like this. So yeah, I just did a few. It was one day when I landed, and from this time I spent like 1 year to understood how to do it flip after flip, how to do it easily. I think backflip one of the most difficult. I mean, it took the most time to do it proper and yeah, like a soul grind, you know.
Right. Okay. That must be one of the rules for getting on Roces then, because Bobby can do the backflip, Ilia can do it. I know Nils Janssens can do a backflip. The only person on Roces that I've never seen do a backflip is Yuto Goto.
I didn't know if see some flips from Utah. He's just super stylish and yeah, but I never saw him.
I don't think that's his thing. I don't think he's interested in doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not interested in flips, and yeah, he have his own way of skating, which I really like. But maybe I don't
I mean, he probably
know.
could. Knowing him, he probably could if he wanted to. Yeah. So am I right in thinking you got on to Roces through Bobby? Am I right in
Yeah.
thinking that Bobby Spazov had something to do with it? So how did that happen?
Mm, actually, I was on my first Juju Fest Get Games, and yeah, it also was like I go for the competition by myself. I mean, it was a Polish crew, but they go with a head and skate, and I go by myself. And there I met Bobby first time. So we skated a lot, and he also saw my potential. We filmed some collabos together, And after, also with Niels, but it was during the preparation to the wedding, so Niels not really skate that much with us. So yeah, we skated a lot with Bobby, and after Niels texted me that he have like one extra launcher, one extra pair of skates. So if I wanna try Roces,
Yeah.
they can send me. And yeah, I said, of course, I want it. It was my dream to be in a big firm, be sponsored by a big firm. So yeah, I received my first skates, and it was like, let's say, something like challenging.
Right.
How I feel with these skates, how I feel this during the skating, also knowing the crew. After Martina texted me and asked if I need one new pair of skates before Winterclash, actually my first one. So I say like, yeah, it would be nice. And she also texted me if I want to join them on a Roches tour. And it also was like, wow, I'm living in a dream for real. It's impossible. Yeah, and after it was like another half year of this period of checking, and after they texted me like, okay, do you wanna be official ambassador of Roches? And I said, of course, yeah. And from last autumn, I think, yeah, I sponsored by Roches officially.
Okay. Because you're the only officially sponsored female on Roces, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think so.
Also, is that your way of saying you've got the same size feet as Nils Janssens?
Mm, what is New Jansen's size?
Because I don't know, but you said he
No,
sent.
no, 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 no. It was some extra skates for competition for
Ah, right.
getting,
Okay. Right. Got you.
and it was like, you know,
So
like
he
a
didn't he
list.
didn't send you his skates. He sent you
No, no,
like the
no, no, no,
skate.
no,
Right. Okay.
no,
Got you.
no, skate.
Right. Understood. What was it like hanging out with Bobby for the first time? Because I've hung out with Bobby a couple of times, and he's quite a unique character.
It was super nice. I mean, we catch contact super fast, and for me, it was like, don't get me wrong, I was uh, first time on a big competition. First time I met, let's say, real pros. I met Niels before on a Thomas Day camp,
Yeah.
but it was like super fast. We didn't speak a lot. And after on a competition, I met Bobby, and he said like, "Oh, hello." He already knew me, and it was like, "What the fuck? Bobby's supposed to know me? How it possible?" But actually, he was one of the first pros who started following me on Instagram when I was in Kharkiv. I think even like before war and everything, he started following me on my Instagram. Yeah, and after like I won competition, I did some tricks. We catch contact, talk a little bit about skating, about like progress, about sponsorship, and he asked me if I want to stay a little bit longer, and I decided, okay, for me it's not a problem. I also stayed on my friend's house, the girl from Ukraine, Olga. So I asked her if I can stay a little bit longer. And actually, it was a funny story because I go there for 3 days and I stay like for 1 month. I just
Whoa.
call, I
Okay.
just call my dad every Sunday and say like, okay, dad, I stay 1 week longer. Okay, dad, I stay 1 week longer. And he was like, okay.
Is your dad
Uh,
like? Is your dad not like? What the hell's going on? Come home. What are you doing?
No, he's super chill. I mean, he's worried about and take care of me a lot, but he always trusts me with
Right.
all what I'm doing, and he also a sport guy, so he know how it go with, maybe not how it go with a career, not exactly with rollerblading, but he knows stuff. So he just trusts me, and I can do my stuff, and he will always support me if I do my best or my worst. So it was not a problem. And yeah, we skated a lot, spend time and chill. And it was awesome. My first session after Gigi Fest was like, Bobby texted me if I wanna skate, and I said like, yeah, of course I want. And I went to skatepark, the local one, and it was only Bobby and Takeshi Yasuko. And
Well,
I was
oh,
like,
was this at the indoor skate park?
no, it was outdoor.
Oh, because I've seen footage of Bobby and Takeshi skating together at an indoor park.
Yeah. I mean, we also skated there, but the first session, like first session, was in a outdoor skate park, and it was only three of us.
That must have been, I mean, well, obviously
I was super
Bobby's
shy.
very good, but watching Takeshi Yasutoko in real life must have been insane.
It's saying I watched him first time during the competition on a big ramp. It's something you can understand. I mean, how much hard spin to solve did you saw? Like a lot, yeah. But this big jumps, airs, flips, it's something you cannot understand.
Yeah, it's like it's not real life. Like you're
Exactly.
watching it and you're like, that's you're flying. You're
He
actually
basically
flying.
flying.
Yeah.
Impossible. So
And
but it was super nice. I was shy and a little bit stressed. Also wanna show myself super good, but after a few days, it's get more like a friends atmosphere. So I enjoyed and I learned a lot. But like Bobby started to be my tutor, and he told me a lot of stuff which I keep I keep in my head, and even for now I getting back from these words and just okay, this how it works. So yeah, he gave me a lot for career, for future in rollerblading, for progress, and just mental stabilization also. So I just super grateful to meet him and have this contact.
I do think Bobby is really good at stuff like that, like passing on information or passing on like his like knowledge or experience to other skaters. He is
Yeah.
because not every skater is like that. Some people like keep stuff to themselves or don't like
Um,
don't share things like that with other people, but he is very good for stuff like that. Who's your favorite, Bobby or Nels?
I don't know because they have absolutely different style. It is as actually they both in my top three. So I don't know if we talk about spin, Bobby, of course. If we talk about hammers on the street news, it's difficult to choose one.
I was gonna say like as a person, who is your favorite? But okay, yeah, cool, yeah.
Oh, like a person. I don't know. Also, they also super different. So,
You're like, I don't want to
don't,
answer this question.
no,
Don't make me answer this question. Right, okay, I'll let you off with that one. What was it like filming for Inferno with Bobby and Ilia?
oh, it was difficult.
It was difficult. Why?
It was a lot of pressure. Like I already told it on podcast with on a Winterclash, like Bobby and Ilia, super good. They know what they wanna land, and the way how they feel the spot, it's incredible. So I still need time to be prepared for the spot or think what I wanna land on this kind of spot. So I feel super pressure because I know that it's big project, that a lot of people will see my tricks, that a lot of people will like following and like a little, not like judging, but yeah, checking stuff.
Yeah,
So I
I
want to
know what you
show
mean.
I wanted to show myself from the best side, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's why it also was difficult for Bobby. Not really for Ilya, because he was focused on his stuff and really okay with it. But with Bobby, we don't have really fight, but have like something okay, something not okay here. I'm stressed. That's why Bobby's stressed. So, and after a couple of days, we just had a conversation, talk about it, and it was like, okay, now we're good. He gave me some advices to how to be yourself and just do your best, but not way of pushing, but way of enjoying the skating. And yeah, and after I learned a couple of good tricks, and I was okay. Now I'm sure I'm okay with it.
Right. Okay. Um, one of my favorites was your fish brain on the down the long rail. That was perfect.
So
Um,
this one was after conversation.
right. Okay. Which tricks stood out for you, or which ones were you most proud of? Were you like, yeah, I'm happy with those ones?
Actually, I can say the same. Fish, brain, long soul grind was nice. Uh, what else? I mean, it was a good tricks, but not something special. This Sweston and fish was like super nice landed, so I really enjoyed. And the rest of the clips was just good,
All
not
right.
like special, but I like the whole picture of the project. I mean, if we talk about my tricks, I like it, but I know, you know what the problem. The problem is that the video took a lot of time to montage. I mean, Bobby also filmed a lot for his profile, for his part.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm at this part of my skating when I'm progressing super fast with the spots, with the tricks, with the way of skating. So it took, let's say, one year or 1.5 or finish this project. So after 1 year, it already for me was like, okay, now I know that I can do better.
That's the problem when these
Yeah,
videos take so long to come out that you're like, oh, I don't even feel like I skate like that anymore. I feel like I could beat that.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Even yeah, it also changed a lot in myself. So I also like I saw it, it's good, but I know that now I can do better. But still, we're going back for the few clips like Swestons and Fish Brand, which still looks super strong even for now. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, I would agree. Um, Given with everything that's going on between Ukraine and Russia, is that something like you and Ilya ever speak about, or do like you guys like intentionally not talk about stuff like that with each other?
actually it was something which I was worried about because firstly Bobby texted me and after he texted that Ilya also coming. So It was something in my mind for a long time until the first day of the Inferno project.
What were you worried about?
I mean, how it will go,
Okay.
how people will react that we skate together, because some of them say like it's okay, some of them probably a little bit hate,
You mean
or
like, do you mean like people back home?
yeah, like say okay, it's difficult situation here, they have no choice, and you skated with a Russian rider. So it was pressure also. It was pressure and made me a lot of thinking before. But after all, I met Ilia. He's such a nice guy. I absolutely have no hate to him. And he was super supported. We spoke about the situation a little bit. Yeah, of course, he didn't agree, and he didn't support the war, but it's also not so much stuff he can do.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
so
mean, yeah, like he lives in a country where it's very dangerous to speak out against it because yeah.
I'm not in his situation, so I don't know actually how it looks, and it's not from me to judge someone. Uh, I met him in person, and I met him like a good person. We had a nice conversation. We spent a good time together. We film. We focus on the rollerblading, and that is actually what we was focused on. And that's it. Like if we talk about politics, it's can be some different between, but it's not what I really want to talk about. I mean, everyone has their own stories, so and everyone make a choice by himself,
Yeah.
by themselves. So um, yeah, but
Yeah,
I was
I think that's fair enough.
super happy to skate together with Bobby and with Ilia. It was nice, and I enjoyed it.
So was there ever a point like leading up to it where you were like, "Oh, I can't do this. I'm not going to go because of that reason."
It was a few times I thought like really deeply. And it's still like I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm super happy about the project and everything, and uh, it's something which I go back and think like, okay, if it was right decision, because basically I go to skate with the Russian bladers, and now my friend might be a little bit hate me or something. I don't know if it's true, but it's something in my head which sometimes going back and be like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, I did what I wanted, and it's also I support Ukraine as much as possible. I also doing like stuff, sending money or something. I mean, what else I can do? Just stay and suffering about situation and keep or stop living my life. Just not doing stuff because of the war. Like it's really difficult. It's not right decision because it's never a right decision.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of people who, for example, moved and keep. It was what happened with my grandma. She moved to Poland and basically keep thinking only about Ukraine, and every day getting worse and worse. I mean, difficult for her. She don't know what to do else. Like not other hobbies. Let's say she just read some information about the situation, suffer, talk to my dad, talk to me, and it's difficult. It's difficult to hear about it every day. So I don't know. I think I'm trying my best, and people can judge me. People can understand it, but it's my decision, so it will keep
Yeah.
like.
Plus, like, yeah, like you said, you've got to live your life and it's not safe there right now. So if you have the opportunity to be somewhere else and you can thrive there, why not take it? Like yeah, you mentioned like it's got to be really, especially when it's happened to a place that is your home. Like
Yeah.
that's so, but I think it's absolutely incredible that you've went to a different country, you've finished one degree, you're about to basically like get even more education, you're doing well in skating, you've got a new friendship group. Like I think that's all incredibly positive. And as for the stuff with Ilya, like just because he's from that country doesn't mean he agrees with what they're doing. And I think that shows that it's a perfect example of people from both those countries can get along and the situation doesn't have to stop that from happening. Like the war between those two countries doesn't have to stop Ukrainian people from being able to get along with Russian people because it doesn't mean that every Russian person thinks that's a good idea or like supports what's happening. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's everywhere. Bad person and
exactly. Yeah,
good person. So until you really get to know the someone, you can't judge.
definitely. Let's move on to a cheerier topic. Let's
Hmm?
let's 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 not talk about this anymore because it's depressing.
Okay.
Let's talk about something. Who's your right? So obviously, there's a lot of like female skaters coming up right now. You've got the Brazilian female skaters who are incredible, the South Korean ones, the Japanese ones. There's a lot in Europe coming up. Like, who are your which female skaters are you most impressed by right now? Like, which women or like girl skaters you're like, whoa, they're getting really good, or I'm really impressed by them.
Japan. This,
Japan.
yeah, everyone from Japan.
And
Like,
anyone in particular? I've got my favorite female Japanese skater,
uh, yeah,
Chihiro all the
yeah.
way. Yeah. In fact, Chihiro's probably not my favorite Japanese skater. She's probably just like my favorite, like top female skater of all time, in my opinion. Yeah.
I mean, she for sure top top three. I think probably on the first place. I like her skating. I like her style. Basically everything. Like
Yeah,
this is
yeah. I wish I had her skating style. Her skating style is very good.
everything perfect, and it's really showed that females can skate super good on a high level with good tricks, with a good style. So it's mix of everything which showed that it's possible. Uh, Also Misaki Katayama,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
the young girl, uh, China
Oh,
Weisman.
China Wirestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing tricks. I saw some old profiles. Also, she's top three for sure. I like Polish STEM, which we talk about, like the young ladies from here. They're incredible, motivate me a lot. I skated a lot with Yulia.
Okay.
Uh, I mean, maybe not that much. I wish to skate more with her, but we're super motivated by each other, and every time when we meet each other, it's super nice session, film something, learning new tricks, pushing, but in a good way, of course, in a
Yeah.
good way. So I think Polish stand also they still young, super young. So I think it's gonna be next generation of high level female skating for sure.
It's looking really positive. Like especially the fact that it's not just in one place. It's like lots of different countries. They're all
Yeah.
kind of coming up, which is great.
I like Brazil, but I didn't see a lot of stuff from a street. But and like because I didn't see it, I prefer street skating. So for me, it's the most important, and they do amazing stuff on a skate park. But just for myself, I prefer to see street skating. I mean, to know person and to see real skating, you need to see profile.
Oh, right, okay, that's fair enough, right? Okay, so you think you're much more impressed by what someone does on street than what they do in a skate
Of
park,
course,
right?
of course, of course.
Okay, right. Yeah, fair.
And back back to the like 20s or before it was through rollerblading. So
It's like an old school mentality. It's like, oh,
uh,
if you can't do it on street, it doesn't count.
not exactly, but something.
Right.
It's true.
Okay. Right. I see where you're going with this. Okay. Right. Last question, and I'll let you go because I've taken up a lot of your time. What are your plans for the future? Have you got any events you're going to or any video projects? You mentioned wanting to film your own solo street section. Have you got
Mhm.
anything else coming up?
Firstly, in 1 week, I will go to Ulm, German
Oh
competition,
yeah, Boom Jam. Yeah.
hanging out with friends and yeah, just make one more competition for for having fun. After, I really don't have a plans because it was super intense this year, and next month I don't have a plans, but something in my mind keep saying, okay, go somewhere and film profile. So hopefully December or January I will go for, let's say, 10 days somewhere for filming. After, for sure, Winterclash, and we will see what will happen.
You need to go and visit Bobby in Greece and get him to film you.
We already did one profile, or not profile. We already did one project. Now he's focusing on another project.
Right.
If he will ask, sure. I enjoyed Greece, so maybe next time again. We will
Okay.
see.
All right. We'll see. Right. Well, hopefully bump into you at Winterclash then.
Sure. Winterclash, I'm like 100% will come, and it's 20 years of university, so it will be something big, I think.
Oh yeah, anniversary. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yep.
So I will be there for sure.
All right. Okay. Well, hopefully see you there. Right. Until then,
Thank you
speak
so
soon.
much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.